Good morning! And we're back here in the new Bandidos show. This is Pia Morato.
Any Mardo.
In behalf of our partners, Javi Padilla, and of course, Nicole Jacinto. Get well soon, Nicole.
Get well soon, Nicole.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, we have Mayor Rex Gatchalian on the line. Oh, just a minute. In a few seconds or a few minutes, we will have Mayor Rex Gatchalian on the line. And he is a spokesperson for the Po and Cheese Tandem. Okay, from the Nationalist People's Coalition. Okay, and we have a couple of questions. Interesting. We can ask him.
Very interesting.
Since yesterday,
I know.
it was, of course, they filed, no?
Yes, together with their partners like Senator Cheese with Heart, and of course Senator Grace Po with the mother Susan Roses.
Banner pa nga po sila, anak ng panday.
There you go.
Anak ng panday.
Yes, so maraming recall yan sa mga parents tsaka mga lolo't lola natin.
Throwback nga daw po.
Okay. So we have Mayor Rex on the line. Come in, Mayor. Good morning.
Good morning, Pia, and good morning to the students of PUP who are with you this morning.
Yes, so Mayor Rex, we understand that you're the spokesperson for the Po and Cheese Tandem.
Yes, I was given the appointment to speak for Senator Po,
Okay.
for the presidential candidate, Senator Grace Po. We very well know that Senator Cheese is a very good speaker, so he will be doing the speaking for himself.
Okay. Interesting.
But
And
I am a supporter of both.
okay. And so Mayor Rex, of course, yesterday we know that Comelec was very alive, especially because
Festive.
yeah, because the Grace Po and Cheese Escudero tandem were there, and of course there are issues behind them which seems to be like they're ready to face, such as the disqualification case versus Grace Po. What can you say about this? You know, her issues on being a natural born citizen, and of course her renunciation of her citizenship from the United States.
Plain and simple, Senator Grace Po is a natural-born Filipino. She meets all the requirements to seek higher office. We maintain that stance, and we believe that in due time, the SET and the other courts, if they try to bring this to the other forums, will rule in her favor because the documents will bear her out.
And yeah, they seem very confident about it yesterday, no? When they submitted all their documents, we noticed that.
Yeah, but again, she's a natural-born Filipino. As a foundling, it is presumed that your parents are natural-born Filipinos. International regime and international conventions state that, and the Philippines, again, our laws see that international regimes and international conventions also apply here in the country.
So how about now, sir? Like with the pending case, you know, versus Grace Po and like harassment from the set.
Say it again. What's the question?
The harassment case versus Grace Po from the set, the Senate Electoral Tribunal. Is that correct?
Yes, we have gone. Our side, we've submitted all the documents, all the evidences, and again, in due time, we believe that the SET, after reviewing all these documents, will rule in her favor.
What about, sir, how people, you know, it's been said that MTRCB, for example, is a position for Filipinos only. In 2010, Senator Grace Po still was a U.S. citizen, and she filled the position.
No, before she took the position, she renounced her American citizenship. That's very clear. That's part of the one of the documents there that we submitted in the SET.
Okay, so that's clear. Before she took the position, she was already a Filipino citizen.
Yes, no, she was, okay, here's how it goes. In 2006, she reacquired her Filipino citizenship. In 2010, right before she took her oath as MTRCB chair, she renounced her American citizenship.
Okay.
So when you renounce your American citizenship, what does it say? You're only now a Filipino citizen.
citizen. Okay, so by that time she was already qualified. Okay, sir. Of course, what are we to expect? Because people yesterday were so excited. I mean, like the students were saying here also, they had their, ano man, ampanday,
Banner.
banners and all that. It seems that it's really proving to be more exciting times for this Grace Poe tandem with Senator Cheese.
It is, it is. Your students here yesterday saw the spontaneous crowd build up. These people were eager and excited to send off Senator Grace and Senator Cheese when they were about to file their certificate of candidacy. We believe that in the coming days, as we explain and narrate further and detail further her 20-point agenda, more and more people will join her side and will probably end up voting for her.
Sir, Mayor, do you think that 20-point agenda, especially for the benefit of the students who are also with us daily, would be available to us as well? Could it be shared to us as well?
It's online. It's in
Oh,
Facebook.
interesting.
It's in her Facebook account. It's been out there since the day she declared.
Mm-hmm, that's great.
It's also
Okay,
in
so,
Rappler. It's also in her own Facebook account. It's in her webpage.
so we can look into that. So the kids will now look more into it as they're tweeting away, actually. Okay, sir, one last question. It has been asked of Senator Grace Poe what exactly she means when she says she will continue her father's legacy.
FPJ has been known as a champion of the masses. If I can paraphrase what Senator Grace said, sinabi sa kanya ng ama niya na ang kahirapan hindi yan nakaukit sa kamay ng tao. Wala yan sa guhit ng palad. Kaya pag nagtrabaho ka na maigi at nagtrabaho ka na nagtrabaho, mailalabas mo yung sarili mo mula sa kahirapan. Pero may mga pagkakataon na kailangan may umabot ng kamay para mas mapabilis or maiahon natin ang ating mga kababayan mula sa kahirapan. What does that mean? You really need a helping hand most of the time to pull people out of poverty. That's what her father taught her, and that's what this campaign is all about. Making economic growth more inclusive para walang maiwanan.
Okay. So that was actually going to be my next question. Are you talking about inclusive growth? Because that is what everybody is looking forward to, inclusive growth.
See, Senator Grace said inclusive growth, and I'm sure you heard that from the other candidates also, correct?
Yes.
But what makes her inclusive growth different, that statement? It's coupled with initiatives such as good governance and improving competitiveness. When you improve the country's competitiveness, more businesses will set up. It will be easier for businesses to set up shop. And when you get more investments into the country, you get more jobs. And when you get more jobs, then the growth becomes inclusive.
Mayor, today we have actually our guest in studio is Congressman Romulo, and we'll be talking about his education initiatives. And as you know, he just also applied his COC for the Senate. If I understand, he's an independent candidate. So education is something that we talk about much here, and we've heard Grace Poe mention as well as this being part of her agenda. Is there anything you can share with us when it comes to her intent, to really, not only her intent, but her actions to further encourage education in our country, which for sure is really something we need to heavily invest in?
Okay, Senator Grace Poe has said time again that education is something that's very important for her. If you talk about education, it's a vast field.
Right.
But let me just single out one unique facet of her 20-point agenda that looks into education and the students' well-being. She's the only candidate that has been very consistent about saying that we have to give our primary school students free lunch. It's the in-school feeding program, actually. Now, you might think that that's a facet for healthcare. Actually, quite the contrary. We should always remember that it's going to be harder for children to learn if their stomachs are grumbling.
Yes.
Hunger in the school place is something that is real. Hunger in the school place is something that's relevant. if we want to build the brain power of our students during the formative years of primary school, then we have to hit that problem. That's one of the education platforms that she's been looking at carefully since the time she became a senator. It's not only a health issue, but that's a health issue that's coupled or bundled into the education issue. And she's the only candidate that has been battling for that from day one, fighting malnutrition inside the school place.
That's good to know. I've actually read up on that also, and I'd love to hear more about her agenda for education. But also considering we have our students from the Polytechnic University, who many of them take public transport. Well, as you know, the PNR yesterday or the day before was actually in flames, and these students of ours over here take the PNR. Is there anything else you can add when it comes to public transport, especially since these children are still in school?
Senator Grace Wu, as a senator, is one of the leading proponents of making MRT more efficient. Sadly, MRT the issues of MRT has been muddled in bureaucracy, and she's finding ways through the oversight function of the Senate to hasten the redevelopment of MRT to make sure that it's safe and it's efficient.
Yes, Mayor Rex. Okay. Sorry. Or were you still saying something? I'm sorry.
No,
Hello?
it's okay.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Please go ahead.
Like I said, her oversight committee actually looks into the issues surrounding MRT.
Yes.
Every day, thousands of people use the MRT, and every day, thousands go through the inefficiency of the MRT. Either it's broken, or it's running late, or even as simple as the stations being overcrowded because the trains are running late. So in her capacity as a sub-chairman of public transport, they've been looking into making sure that the bureaucracy, the hurdles surrounding MRT, making sure that, in short, she's fighting for making it more efficient, making it more productive, and making it more safe.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mayor Rex. We really want to know more about all these things. As you see, it's so interconnected. And you're also, as you're discussing it, you're also trying to lay out how interconnected education and public transport can be. And hopefully, we will hear more on the upgrades on these things, as it is the next generation, the youth, who really need it badly, who really need it the most. And hopefully they can continue the good measures that our leaders are undertaking in this day and age.
All right, thank you, and thank you for the time you gave me this morning.
Thank you, Mayor Rex. Thank you for being in our show. Thank you very much. That was Mayor Rex Gatchalian. And of course, he's been, as he said, not any given permission.
Yes.
Or is that the right word? Given
Yeah.
permission or authority?
Authority to speak in behalf of Senator Grace Poe, and he made himself clear that Senator Cheese, he's very supportive of Senator Cheese also, but Senator Cheese is a very good speaker
So
himself.
he can speak for himself.
Exactly. But I'm very amazed of the 3 points that he actually mentioned about education, about the
Public transport.
public transportation. I was actually waiting for you, Pia, to ask about foreign policy.
You know what? Thank you for reminding me. Maybe next time we'll call Mayor
Yes,
Rex and see
yes.
what he he has to say about that.
Yes.
The only person that in so far as I have heard, in the all this filing of certificates of candidacy on foreign policy has been, well, the ex-MMDA chair,
Exactly.
Attorney Francis Tolentino,
Yes.
and we had the pleasure of actually calling him yesterday.
Yes.
And he explained some of the things that he intends to do when it
Yes.
comes to, let's say, the disputes in our seas and all that. So hopefully, you're right, Tenny.
We'll hear more of
We'll
that.
hear more.
Yeah, and I think it's just but right that at this very moment, our running candidates for all levels of positions in the government will really have something to say about foreign policy.
Yeah.
Because like right now, ang uso na local.
Oo nga eh.
Global and local. So it's not anymore just global, but of course everything else is a part of it. So the new term is glocal.
Glocal. Ang
Yes,
galing naman,
exactly.
Tenny. Okay, then we'll ask, of course, our students from PUP what they think about that. But, ready na, kinukuha na yung mic eh. Di ba?
Yes.
Oh, so
That's how
exciting. Oh,
active they
before
are.
you do, wait lang. Oh, come in. Before you do, okay, we'll just pause for a break.
Yes.
Magandang balita para sa mga GSI.
AAM Field Reports.
Reporter Nildo Pable on the line. Come in, Nildo.
The social security system gave 30 more days to the 5-day prescriptive period for filing sickness notification of overseas Filipino workers for their illness not requiring hospitalization in consideration of their limited time and accessibility to SSS offices while abroad. Dr. Brenda Biola, SSS officer in charge of the Medical Service Division, said OFW previously had 5 calendar days from the start of home confinement to file their sickness notification, and this prescriptive period is now extended to a total of 35 calendar days. Under the previous SSS policy, if a sick OFW members was confined at home from June 1 to June 15, and this on his sickness notification was filed on June 12 or 1 week after the 5 days prescriptive period, the computed sickness benefit would merely cover 9 days from June 7 to June 15. With the extended 35 days prescriptive period, the OFW will be compensated for the entire 15 days that he was sick, given the same date of filing for the sickness notification and assuming the benefit claim was filed on time. Neldo Pable reporting live, DSRGM, the voice of the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Nildo. That was Nildo Pable for DZRJ 10 a.m., the voice of the Philippines.
Jacinto Color, Steel Rule. Bandidos on DZRJ 810 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and you're tuned into the new Bandidos show here on DZRJ 810 a.m., the voice of the Philippines. And this is Pio Marto with my partner today.
Tenny Mardo.
And of course, our students from
PUP.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pababa energy.
Galing pang biyahe. Ano sabi? 2 times.
Over kasi malayo yung pinanggagalingan.
Oo nga eh. So are you...
Sobrang layo ko, dun lang ako eh.
Oo nga, si Viel. Kaya si Viel naka-red lipstick pa. Green ang
Nakapag-ayos
hair.
na.
Kami hindi ako nakapag-wax.
Oh my God. This is the daily routine that
Of
our
our students.
undertake.
Exactly. They wake up at 3 and make sure they leave the house at 4:30 in the morning. Can you imagine?
And as you can see, Tenny,
Yes.
since I also wake up at the same time
The same
that they
time.
do, I do really look like a bandito.
Ito ang buhay ng bandido.
It's literal.
Bandidong bandido na.
Bandido.
No, I haven't. I think the last time I got out of my sweats was like last week for 1 day.
Or one day.
Or maybe, and just for 2 hours.
See? That's really the life of bandidos.
Yeah. Well, so because of that, what can you say now? Your comments, since you're so ready, you heard Mayor Rex Gatchalian say, the basically the platform, a little bit of it, of Senator Grace Poe, and as he says, Senator Cheese can speak for himself, right? But for Senator Grace Poe, one of the things that was discussed was, of course, as usual, the
Her
issues,
status.
her status on her citizenship, her being a natural-born citizen, and that natural-born Filipino, and that if you're a foundling, you're natural-born.
Yes.
Okay, and that apart from that, of course, that when she held the MTRCD position, she was already full
Filipino
full,
in papers and documents.
full Filipino in papers and documents. Plus, going now to her 20-point agenda, which, according to Mayor Rex, is available in Rappler
Facebook.
and Facebook
And he said it's available online.
online. So hence, when we turn to the students who are so fast,
Yes.
like suddenly tweeting away and looking into these things. Two things they mentioned. Okay, the education and public transport.
Yes.
So what do you guys have to say about that? Sige, Matthew, ikaw na. Ikaw yung pinakamaaga dito kanina. Nakala mo, late ka na hindi naman.
Pagpasok ko nga si ma'am, nag-inom pa. Sabi ko,
Ready.
Shh, don't tell them here so early. Okay, go.
In regards dun sa yung binanggit ni Mayor Rex tungkol dun sa improvement nung sa MRT, para sa akin, in my opinion, parang MRT lang. Kasi, MRT lang ba? Kasi, for example, ako hindi naman ako madalas gumagamit ng MRT. Ewan ko, para sa akin, mas may tiwala ako sa PUJs kasi. Pero, ayun na lang iniintay ko, ano naman yung plan nila sa mga alternative na public transportation. Kasi bukod sa malaki nga yung problema ng MRT and LRT, paano yung mga hindi naman nag-LRT tsaka MRT? Paano nga kung naayos yung MRT, LRT, pagdating naman sa jeep, ano naman, doon naman may problema.
Oo nga. And this is like what we know, Tenny, is their daily routine.
Yes.
So,
Kasi
daily-
for example, kami kung
That's true.
maaga, hindi pa naman operational yung MRT and LRT.
Oo, tama.
Ang lang namin is jeep or bus. Pag yung nagkasabay-sabay sa traffic, yun na naman, mabubuo na naman, problema na naman. Kaya yun na lang yung hinihintay ko na.
Yes.
Ano ba yung pwede nilang solusyon na nakikita nila dun sa problema?
Ayan,
So we're-
binigyan mo sila ng one more agenda sa
Yes.
21.
Ayun,
21 point
na.
agenda na to.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
guess our students are saying na hindi lang dapat yung MRT, yung
There are
public
more bigger- there are more,
transportation as a
yun mismo.
whole. Exactly. Kasi hindi naman lahat nga nag-MRT. Like katulad nitong ating maagang bandido. Jeep siya talaga. PUJ
nga
siya talaga. So what would be Senator Grace po status or plans for this? Kasi marami talaga tayong public transportation na kailangang ayusin.
And then when it comes to education naman,
Exactly.
It's on hunger basically.
Ay,
Yes.
ayun pala, dagdag ko
Oo.
lang, yung free lunch daw. Di ba pwede pati sa college may free lunch?
Oh, yeah.
Kasi,
So you're recommending.
hindi naman. Ano naman? Siguro dun sa mga na lang. Kasi kahit naman di natin makita talaga actual, mararamdaman mo naman na maraming college student, lalo na sa state U. Yun talaga yung sabihin naman natin na hindi naman lagi sila nabibigyan ng baon, hindi naman din
Sakto
sapat.
lang,
Oo, sakto.
pamasahe.
Pamasahe.
For example, pamasahe na lang, sa bahay na lang kakain. Paano
Oo.
pag gutom na gutom ka
Paano
na?
nga yun? My gosh, hindi ko kaya yun. I'm telling you, hindi ko kaya yun.
Kailangan
Ako
laging
palagi.
may baon.
Kasi
Sobrang
pagkakaalam
baon
ko,
mo.
sa college, ang may free lunch lang yung mga atleta nila.
Oo.
ganun ba
Kasi
yun?
that's part
Oo,
of their benefit
kasama ng
as
benefits.
athletes. Actually, yung binanggit na 20-point agenda ni Senator Grace po about education, it's actually study now, pay later. So, we would like to hear the detailed mechanics of that. Kasi if we're going to have Congressman Romulo
Right.
talk about UniFast later.
Yes. So it would
somehow
be nice
it's-
to ask him about this whole study
Exactly.
now, pay later.
Yes, study now, pay later. Kasi maraming institutions right now who's actually inviting a lot of students to have that kind of program, study now, pay later. But we would like to hear from Senator Poe's side, ano yung mechanics nito, ano yung mas benefit na makukuha ng mga estudyante.
Oo, just like, well, later when we will speak with Congressman Romulo, we'll find out like for the scholar ng bayan, for example,
Yes.
may proseso yan.
Mm-mm.
May mechanics nga.
Yes.
So if this study now, pay later is in effect, ano nga ba, like what you said, tama, ang mechanics niya.
Exactly.
Okay, anyone else? Viel, yes. Why don't you say something about the whole hunger issue, agenda on education? How do you feel about that?
Actually, right now,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I feel sorry kasi, di ba nga, merong mga tao pag nagugutom in school. And the fact na they're actually nasa platform siya ni Grace po, nakakatuwang isipin na magkakaroon ng chance yung mga taong hindi kayang bumili ng pagkain na doon na lang kumain sa school. And what I like about her platform is that sabi nga dun sa 20-point agenda ni Grace po is that i-digitize niya na yung education. Meaning, she'll give tablets na to public schools, elementary man, high school, and I hope also sa college kasi kami mga college students talaga, we're in need of that, especially yung mga communication students. Sana marinig ni Grace po. And kasi let's face it, those state universities and colleges, they actually lack facilities na sana makater ng platform ni Grace po. And nandito rin po yung nabasa ko sa 20-point na agenda is that yun nga, nasa pinaka-mataas na list niya, nasa, kumbaga, top priority niya yung education, and that's what I like the most about her 20-point agenda.
Yes, go ahead, Albert.
To add up on her 20-point agenda, nabasa ko dito na reduction of tax rates.
Yes.
Magandang pakinggan yung reduction of tax rates. Pero sa dami ng mga projects niya, ay minsan niya kukunin itong mga budget na to kung babawasan niya yung tax rates.
Especially, di ba may irrigation platform pa siyang
meron siyang
sinasabi.
irrigation
So,
platforms.
paano yun?
Parang saan mo huhugutin lahat ng budget na to kung babawasan mo yung tax? Especially, di ba, nandito last week yung tax whiz. So nag-discuss siya about tax, kung saan ba napupunta yung mga tax natin, especially ngayon trillion ang budget natin. So saan ngayon nila kukunin tong malaking budget na they have irrigation, especially the study now pay later plan. So yun nga, budget ang kailangan talaga dito, and reduction of tax rates, kailangan complex yung system na gagawin nila dito.
Yes. With that, nakita ni Albert yung reduction of tax rates, may irrigation. In her 20-point agenda, there's also infrastructure to boost the country's tourism potentials. So we're hoping that there will be an increase really of tourists that will visit. I think ang magandang partner dito yung isang yung isang 20-point agenda niya na included here that says strengthening the Philippine National Police through proper discipline. Kasi I don't think we can invite more tourists to visit the Philippines.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be my question. What kind of tourists are we gonna be attracting?
What kind of tourists? That's one.
Diba?
Yes.
We also want quality tourists
Of course,
naman.
quality tourists. And, sorry, bigla ko naalala si Tolentino. Kasi I hope he will not talk about tourism kasi para na-imagine ko na kung anong tourism yung gusto niyang ipakita sa mga turista na pupunta dito. But, anyways, erase kasi may mga estudyante tayo. But, my point of having Senator Grace Poe talk about tourism, strengthening tourism, and strengthening the discipline of the PNPs, I think that's a very good information to note. Kasi ibig sabihin, security and protection for the tourists who's also coming in will also be promoted. So alam naman natin marami talagang magandang places dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? But then a lot of the tourists would always think of, naku, baka makidnap lang ako.
Yeah, because actually kung mag-attract sila ng tourists, and actually kasama na dun malamang yung mga bloggers and journalists from other countries, which is hanggang ngayon mayroon pang hangover dun sa Maguindanao massacre, right?
Exactly.
Na puro mga journalists yung na-massacre. And sana nga, yung security.
Yeah, especially ngayon, balitang-balita yung Canadian na kinidnap ng mga terrorists. Yeah, yung may video na humihingi sila ng tulong not only with the Philippine government but also with the Canadian government. So yun guys, sabi ni Ma'am Tenny, hindi lang basta infrastructure yung mahalaga to attract more tourists. Kailangan talaga yung security nila. Kailangan ma-feel nila na secured sila sa places na pupuntahan nila.
This is really a chain of change. It shouldn't just be focused on one. So kapag gusto kong strengthen yung isang sector, the other sector has to follow. So I'm really excited if Senator Grace Poe will win, paano niya ito pagsasabay-sabayin, di ba?
Ito pa yung isang nakita ko dun sa 20-point agenda niya, yung enactment of the long-delayed Freedom of Information Bill. So, ilang administrasyon na ba yung nangako na mag-a-act sila or tututukan nila tong FOI? So sana lang, if ever na manalo siya, matutukan niya talaga tong Freedom of Information Bill kasi dito natin makukuha or malalaman lahat ng mga projects and mga ginagawa nila sa government.
Well, and also like among other things, Senator Grace Poe has in her 20-point agenda is improving Philippine health insurance. Okay, yeah, that's really good, but then again, it brings me back to an education of we Filipinos, and our mindset of how we think about health,
Exactly.
how important health really is to us, right? Because that will definitely include a lot of financial literacy teachings and education, right, and practices. Because, like, for one, if you're talking about health insurance, which PhilHealth is insurance, right?
Yes.
Or if you're one who's into buying insurance and you want to buy a health insurance, we Filipinos, that's not still very strong in us, because when
Yes.
we have money, our attitude is to buy a car
Yeah.
or to buy other material things, but health insurance is
That's list of our list.
yeah. So, okay, improving health insurance, that would be great, but then correcting, how about helping us change our mindset is,
Exactly.
again, another education for us. And as far as I know, the Department of Education is already also trying to incorporate financial literacy. So, you're talking about students and teachers and parents who really have to gear up with a change of mindset.
Yeah, this will be very interesting because that alone will need to have a lot of sectors to be partnering with.
Right.
Yeah, so you will see the health sector, the education side.
Even the financial sector who will
Exactly.
surely be partnering in
Yeah,
that.
because we will see how they will continuously finance the barangay health centers, the educating continuously those who are involved in the barangay health centers,
That's right.
from the LGUs up to the levels na saan manggagaling yung finances talaga.
That's right. In a few minutes, we'll be going on live with TZRJ 100.3 FM.
There you go.
So every day we've been doing this now, interesting, and they've been hearing our bandidos.
Yes.
Over there. So swerte, no? Sila.
Swerte nila.
Swerte. Swerte nila. Yeah, but okay. Okay. Well, and in a few minutes, we're also having Congressman Romulo joining us. So lots of questions to ask him, right?
Yes.
We'll just pause for a short break. We'll be right back. Your new Bandito Show. Stay tuned.
Now return to our youth forum, the new Bandidos, on DZRJ 810 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and you're tuned into the new Bandito Show here on DZRJ 10 a.m. The Voice of the Philippines. Is me, Pia Marato.
Tenny Mardo.
In behalf of our partners, Javi Padilla and Nicole Jacinto.
Yes.
And of course, we have our students from... Alam mo, mas maingay sila.
Nag-elevate na yung energy.
Off-air eh. Kung ano-anong mga
Nag-elevate na yung
Lumabas na
energy.
kasing mga
Thank
saloobin eh. Lumabas na yung mga
Behave kayo ha, pag nandito si Congressman.
Chill lang, chill.
Chill. No, but talagang Tenny, we're learning yung mga
We are.
raranasan nila
Yun
araw-araw.
nga, ma'am.
I'm really inspired kasi most of them are really waking up so early.
Yeah.
And then they're really saying na they have to wait. Like their class for today is even like the last hour.
Yes.
Ano oras
Yeah.
yun?
So they would just
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock pa. So they would just have to wait after the show. Tapos sabi ko, so what do you do? So sabi niya, did you see her body language? Sabi niya ganyan. So anong ibig sabihin niyan? Nganga. Do you know nganga?
No, what's that? Ano ba
Nganga
yan?
is when you wait and you don't do anything.
Oh
What
my
do you
God,
call that?
nakatunga.
Nakatunga. Ay,
Habang
nganga.
nanganga.
Oh my gosh, okay.
We hope our politicians will not be nganga after
Yeah.
after we decided who to elect,
Yeah.
because we don't want them to be like that. We
hope
want
so.
action people.
And we
Yan.
want action now na.
now na.
Now
tama.
na.
Kasi namin yung kasing energetic namin.
Yan.
Eh,
mataas
kasi-
talaga
yeah.
yung energy.
Gumagano.
Gano'n ka energetic.
Hindi excluded na.
Yela, your hair might turn orange, ha? Pag ganyan.
I'm sorry. Huwag niyo stressin yung hair ko.
Nag-iiba ba yun sa mood?
Exactly.
Okay, so how do you think, hi, good morning. How do you think it went yesterday in Comelec? Okay, let's talk about that. Diba?
Yes.
Yeah, go.
How many presidential candidates do we have
Hindi ko
now?
natutuwan yung ano, pero may isang umano sa aking attention.
Oh my
Tumatak
God. I feel like
sa'yo.
I know that.
Mga kaibigan, tatakbo na po si Scheider sa eleksyon. Tatakbo na po si Scheider. Sabi niya, isa akong intergalactic space ambassador.
And there's this
Scheider.
one guy. There's also this one
He
guy
claims
who went all like, I'm gonna legalize the Four Seasons
Yes.
in the Philippines. And I went all like, hey, I didn't know that the Four Seasons are illegal.
Kaya daw walang snow sa Pilipinas because it's illegal.
And there's this Nazi guy, di ba?
Oo, meron.
Ay,
He's connected with Nazis daw.
wow.
and
He
some
even
guy-
brought the Nazi logo.
And some guy who claims he's Lucifer.
Wow. So, kompleto na ang characters.
There's may girl pa na talagang ang funky nung itsura niya, maikling palda, naka-sleeveless.
Oh my
Oo. Tapos nung nag-post siya sa nag-post siya for picture na habang nagpapasa ng certificate of candidacy. Yung picture niya nakawaki siya. So talagang
It's more fun in the
the
Philippines.
election
it's
is more fun in the Philippines.
Yeah, so as of yesterday, how many total of presidential candidates do we have now? Our dear students.
52. Yeah,
We have
it's
a total of 52.
Yeah, kasama na yung mga ibang candidates.
So it doubled in a span of like 4 days.
Okay, in just a minute, we're going to be live with RJ 100.3 FM. Okay, and we've been doing this for quite some time now and getting them into our hood.
Yes, the more fun hood.
Yeah, of course, with our students from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. So come in, Archie Crane.
RJFM and the Philippine Star now bring you a snippet simulcast over DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines, as we listen in to the new Bandidos, a forum for the youth program giving a chance for the youth to get involved in the political arena. And now, here are your new Bandido hosts, Miss Pia Rosas Morato and Javi Padilla.
Good morning, everyone, and you're into our hood here on DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines, in the new Bandido show with our Bandidos. Good morning.
Good morning.
And with my partner for today, Tenny Mardo, on behalf of Javi Padilla and, of course, Nicole Jacinto. So, what's up in the Philippine Star News today? Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte has finally decided to run for re-election. Duterte said his decision is final and urged all his supporters to please stop any move to convince me, quote unquote, to seek the presidency. His chief aide, Christopher Goff, filed Duterte's certificate of candidacy for re-election at 2:40 p.m. on Thursday at the Commission on Elections or COMELEC office in Davao City. Okay, guys, so Tenny, no more hoping for Rodrigo Duterte.
Exactly. A lot of people are broken-hearted right now. But
Yeah, especially me.
Especially Cayetano.
I saw their posters
He's
around
running
Quezon City.
Waiting and waiting.
Okay, well, he has one more day.
exactly. to
So we'll
change his
see.
mind.
We'll see what happens. Next in the Philippine Star News, foreign ambassadors on Thursday issued a unity statement urging the Philippine government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, or MILF, to remain engaged in the peace process and bring to bear the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro. The ambassadors said they are concerned with a delay in the implementation of the CAB, as the Bangsamoro Basic Law, or BBL, has yet to be passed by Congress. The BBL is the legal translation of CAB, or Comprehensive Agreement on the Bangsamoro. Next on the Philippine Star News, 4 Liberal Party senatorial bets on Thursday filed their certificates of candidacy on the same day as LP standard bearer for President and Vice President, former Interior and Local Government Secretary Manuel Rojas II, and Camarines Sur Representative Maria Leonor or Lenny Robredo. The LP members who filed their COCs on Thursday were resigned Justice Secretary Laila De Lima, Senator Teofisto T.G. Gingona III, and Co-op NATCO Party List Representative Crescente Paez, and Interior Assistant Secretary for Muslim Affairs Nariman Ambolodto. And Lastly, Malacanang has expressed support for the proposal of Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting or PPCRV. Chairman Henrietta De Villa for the early implementation of the gun ban in the run-up to the May 2016 presidential elections. In a briefing with Palace reporters, Presidential Communications Operations Office Secretary Herminio Coloma Jr. cited the peaceful turnout of the May 2013 midterm elections when the gun ban was carried out early. Coloma also said the palace is confident that the PNP will push its fight against illegal firearms and will do everything to maintain peace and order during the elections. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for tuning into DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines, with the new Bandidos here in the new Bandidos show.
DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines, and the Philippine Star have just brought you the new Bandidos, a forum for the youth program giving a chance for the youth to get involved in the political arena. With hosts Miss Pia Rosas Morato and Javi Badilla.
Hi, this is Miguel Belmonte, the president of the Philippine Star. DZRJ and the Philippine Star are enhancing its media partnership to continue serving the community and bringing real-time news all the time in a fair and balanced manner. I wish DZRJ more successful years to come. Keep your dial tuned to 810 AM and of course, read the Philippine Star.
Now, back to the greatest and the latest hit tunes only on RJFM.
Okay, so welcome back.
We are so back.
We are so back. Okay, so where you were holding your thought? Where were we? Where were we?
Yeah. We're talking about those people that filed their COCs for these past few days.
So, nandyan si Shider, si Lucifer, si Funky Guy, si Nazi Guy, si Moses.
Yeah. Merong isang nag-file ng COC niya naka-short then naka-sandal. So yung merong isa, I think tumakbo siya for president just to gain attention because isa siyang retired police.
Yeah, he wanted to
he just wanted to tell to the authority na hindi pa dumadating yung pension niya. It's been how many years since
So para
he retired.
mapansin siya for his need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saka yung mga bayan muna representatives.
Yes.
Nag-cosplay sila. General
Cosplay.
Luna tsaka Andres Bonifacio.
Seriously, that's
Yeah.
So many
that's
people are
really cool.
inspired.
Dumating General Luna pero nung hindi pa siya natataga o yung hindi pa.
Pre-taga.
Pre-taga.
There's this old man din po na nag-file ng COC which is sobrang emotional ng aning speech niya. Medyo na rin ako eh. Umiiyak siya tapos he said na help me na patayin yung corruption sa Pilipinas. Alam mo yun, yung parang you're a simple man, pero alam mo naman na you're not as powerful as other people in this country, but still, you have the guts to say that in front of million of people. Na sabihin na, help me fight the corruption in this country. Parang, wow, lolo.
Kumbaga, he's being motivated by the fact that he knew that there is a problem in the Philippines.
Yeah, there is.
Kumbaga, in his simple way of filing the COC, he wanted to end corruption as if it's just like this. Pero, well, the fact is, we cannot just do that and end corruption
We
in a day.
cannot, but if you have the determination
the
to
guts,
do that, then I kind of salute.
May isa pang nag-file ng COC girl. I think hindi
She's
pa
from
siya
She's
yeah,
from
40 hindi pa siya 40 years old.
Yeah.
I think si Sel Hope Kang. Siya yun.
Yeah, the one that I think she was a cum laude at UP.
Yeah, she is exempted
Then
about
she
the
said
rule
that
of 40 years
UP,
old. No, it's UP,
UP.
because he is a cum laude.
Okay.
And she was like, I'm exempted because I'm a cum laude at UP.
And she is crying. I don't know why. She is crying.
Ito ba yung purple na?
Yeah, the purple.
Yan yung sinarang dahil kulang ng 2x2 picture. Siya yun.
So sabihin natin sa lahat pa po nangahabol until 5 p.m. today, you need to have 2x2 pictures. Or
Actually,
else, you will end up
Wala
going
bang
back to the line.
Wala bang easy access?
meron.
Photo me doon.
Sa may tindahan daw po sa gilid ng Palacio del Gobernador. Doon daw po siya
Meron?
nagpa-picture.
Oh my
Si
God.
Sel Hope Kang.
And also, not in the president position, they also those people that is running for vice president. I think he caught my attention because he's just kumbaga he's very young looking, he's very youthful, I think he's 37 years
37.
old.
Yeah, no,
And
I think it's president that he's running for.
the guy with
Yeah, the
wearing the white.
yeah. Yung
Well,
platform niya daw sasabihin niya sa tamang panahon.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he was
See?
inspired by
Parang
Lola
alam
ni
ko na kung
Dora.
anong jingle niya dyan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Democracy
Sa tamang
turns
panahon.
into democracy.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Why is it that these are the ones that are making
Yeah.
noise and you're not the serious ones?
And it's
right?
very funny that
come on, it's circus.
it's very funny that kumbaga, our top media practitioners here in the Philippines are featuring them in their
Exactly.
vlogs. And like,
Yeah.
I cannot see
They
the
got attention kasi from the social media. Actually, sa Twitter, they're all over my timeline every day.
Sa panahon kasi ngayon,
It's a circus
fiction
craze.
sells.
Yeah, but they should do it American Idol style.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wherein they feature
Maganda nga
90%.
The Voice eh.
The- yeah, I like
Sabihin
that.
nila yung plataforma, tapos
90%.
ikot sila.
Well, 90% of the time it's a serious stuff.
Exactly.
And then you have the,
Fan side.
10% of
10%.
it
Okay, yung
that
ano.
has a,
crazy thing.
just a
Yeah.
twist, comedy effect. But this
Yung-
is more 90% crazy and 10% serious.
Well, this
Yeah.
is just so yung yung culture ng nating Filipino na somehow when things get serious, there will parang always find a way na to get things in a very
Light.
enthusiastic way.
Okay, we have field reporter Jojo Sikat on the line. Come in, Jojo.
This is RJAM Field Reports.
Okay, we are here now at the Parañaque Commonwealth Office regarding on the filing of certificate of candidacy by the Mayor Edwin Olivares on his second term as a mayor of Parañaque City. We have here now the presence of some of the councilor electionists and councilor candidate for 2016 election. And we also saw the actor, Bal Soto, and his son, Wahoo Soto, will run as electionist as councilor of Parañaque City. So, live po tayo sa DCRJ. Si Councilor Wahoo Soto, sir, re-electionist po ba tayo?
Yes, going for my second term.
So, yung mga platform natin, na pagpapatuloy natin project, yung mga nasimulan, natatay natin na si Bal Soto, sir.
Yes, kasi bilang isa sa pinakabatang konsehal, youth talaga yung talagang sinofocus ko, youth empowerment, family, and of course, yung faith. Doon nagre-revolve alaw sa program ko.
Since youth empowerment, yung angkor po natin si Pia Morato and ng mga PU-based co-student ng Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Pasok mo, sir.
Ay, nice. Hi, Tia. Good morning. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I cannot hear, but good morning.
Good morning, Tia. Good morning, Dabarkad.
Good morning.
Morning po.
Good morning po and welcome to our show here on DZRJ. How are you?
Yes. I'm fine. Thank you.
Hello, yes. Well, we hope, what's happening over there, sir?
Well, it's a group filing of our party here in Parañaque. It's called the Bagong Parañaque Coalition.
Okay. And how can the youth participate in your coalition, sir?
Actually, our coalition is made out of young councilors. So, talagang malaking role nila dito.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that our students who are from your district may be able to give you some insights, considering that they've been interviewing left and right very important members of society and who are ready to give their take on legislation.
Yes. Nakakatuwa naman. Pati yung mga youth naman dito, very active rin. And of course, as one of the city councilors here, the youngest city councilor here, I'm really working hand in hand with the youth.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, maybe you can drop by in our show one time and talk more about what you're doing.
Sure, Dr. Katz. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless you all.
God bless you too. Thank you, Jojo.
Okay, Mia, that is the voice of one of the election councilor, the youngest councilor here in Parañaque City, the son of Bal Soto. Ito nga yung pamangkin nitong si Senator Tito Soto na si Wahoo Soto.
Aha, okay.
Oo. We will try to get in touch mamaya, nakikita natin dito. Kilala naman natin ito, yung actor sa Cercel Napa. Pero as of now, Sister Visil in an interview with some other media. We will be back some other details.
Oh, that's good. I
regarding
know.
filing of-
That's good, Jojo. Kilala ko si Rosel Nava. Kasama ko sa gym yan eh. Sige, tell her.
Sino po?
Si Rosel Nava. Kasama ko yan sa gym. So, sabihin mo sa kanya, maybe nice to interview her soon.
Okay, ano na rin natin at medyo matatapos na yung interview ng isang television network sa kanya. Then, pabayaan na natin at ano muna tayo sa usapin. Then, after na interview, tsaka natin siya sumalat.
Bale, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jojo.
Sa pa lang ako pinagsasabay ko na yung pag-aaral ko sa pag-artista ko. So, maaga ko natutunan how to manage my time well. So, yun din yung ginagawa ko ngayon sa pagbalanse sa aking singing career and sa aking political career.
Kaya yun some of the highlights on the interview of the Consular Parañaque City, no? Si Rosel Nava.
Okay.
Pakita natin sa mother, details, yung sinasabi niya.
Okay, Jojo. Maraming salamat sa iyo.
Sa ikaw-unlad ng syudad ng Parañaque.
Okay, ma'am, live po tayo sa DCRJ. I will give to you, Pia Morato, our anchor.
Hi, Pia!
Hi, Rosel. How are you doing?
Hello?
Hello, Rosel. How are you doing?
Pasensya na kasi medyo maingay dito. Hello!
Hi! Oh, how's it going for you over there? You're filing today ba?
Come again?
What are you filing today?
What am I...
Are you in the process of filing your candidacy?
Yes, finally. Yes, I'm on the process of filing. Actually, I finished already. I'm running again for councilor here in the city of Parañaque.
Okay.
If ever na mabotong ko ulit, this will be my third term.
Ah, okay. Well, wishing you the best of luck, Rosel, and drop by in our show so that you can tell the youth on what you intend to do in your district.
Yun nga, as I said, sa mga kabataan, since isa ako sa pinakabatang konsehal sa Parañaque, I really want to focus on the youth, on how they could tap their potential, maximize it, and then yung mga talents nila i-hone and i-develop para paglaki nila, kayang-kaya na nila talaga humarap sa mga challenges ng buhay.
That's very good advice, Rosel. Well, we wish you the best and you have a good day.
Thank you very much. Okay, salamat.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, that is the voice of First District Councilor Rosel Nava. And earlier na interview din natin ito si Wow Soto, the son of Mal Soto, regarding on the certificate, or the filing of the certificates of candidacy here at the Parañaque Comelec office. This is Jojo Sikat reporting live here at Parañaque City, DCRJ 10 a.m., the voice of the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Jojo. Ingat ka dyan. Have a good day. Okay, that was our DZRJ field reporter, Jojo Sikat. And with us again here in the New Bandidos. So you're being called New Bandidos, the Barkads.
The Barkads
I was
version.
thinking bakit yung pala anak siya ni Mr. Val Soto.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
see.
in Quezon City naman si Lala Soto naman yung
Yes.
counselor dyan sa Quezon
So
City.
the Bandidos met one of the Dabarkans.
Yan. So, sana pumunta sila dito. Diba?
Yes.
Kausapin ninyo. I'm sure may mga kaklase kayo na taga Parañaque. Baka
Yeah.
pwede nilang matanong, diba? At mag-participate sa mga youth-oriented programs nila dyan sa Parañaque.
Exactly. So we're inviting more students to be part of us. We have our very able and very knowledgeable at mahilig mag-research talaga ng mga taga PUP students. So join us here.
Yes, join us. Okay, in a few minutes, we have Congressman Romulo. In a few minutes, he'll be here.
Yes.
Okay, and please stay tuned. We'll just take a break. We'll be right back.